Verein Letto Headquarter. Let's go in.
Saludos a todos mis amigos de Conversando con Ruth Serrano. Bienvenidos a esta nueva entrega del día de hoy. Como prometido, aquí tenemos a un invitado muy especial y vamos a tratar un tema de vital importancia. Es un suizo, pero este suizo es hijo de una latina. Su madre es de Puerto Rico. Ahora, él habla un poquito el español, pues ha nacido y crecido en este país. Su español no es perfecto, pero lo importante es que lo habla y pues también conserva esa parte de su cultura. Su madre es puertorriqueña y su padre es suizo. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do it now. It is only this way that I will continue growing, and it is only through your subscriptions, your likes, when you share my program, that I will be able to continue providing good content, interesting for the community. Ronald, machen wir diese Interview auf Deutsch, Spanisch oder Englisch? Was willst du?
Solamente para decirle, me falta la posibilidad para practicar español, porque aquí la gente no habla en español, pero yo hablo un poquito español y por eso para mí es mejor para hablar inglés con el interview, por favor.
Okay, bravo. Como ven, eso es lo que pasa con la mayoría de los hijos de los dominicanos en el exterior, las diferentes diásporas. Y por eso su madre se preocupó para que Ronald aprendiera un poco de español, aunque si su vida se ha desenvuelto en este país hablando sobre todo suizo-alemán. Entonces, haremos esta entrevista en inglés, no en alemán ni en otro idioma. La haremos en inglés y luego yo voy a poner los subtítulos en español para que ustedes lo puedan, los que no hablan inglés, lo puedan entender. So Ronald, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm very happy to have you here with us in our Lab 2 headquarters. It's a beautiful day today, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to show you around and show her a little bit our workflow. And so welcome to Lab 2 headquarters.
Thank you for allowing me this opportunity to be here presenting this amazing project. This project that is that was created and that was taught for the children around the world who cannot have an opportunity to learn what is today one of the most important things in our everyday life, which is technology, computers. We grew up without computers, we grew up without cell phone, we grew up, most of us that are my age, almost without TV because the TV was black and white, and now we have everything that we need in a cell phone or in a computer, and this is attached to our work, our studies, and our everyday life. So Ronald, what is behind this project? Who created it? Who had the idea? How this project was born?
So the project was born 11 years ago by a person his name is Jordi. He's a person who lives in Barcelona in Spain, and 11 years ago he was working in California. Mm-hmm. And he figured out that there was a lot of electronic devices which were not used anymore. So, and he was thinking about the resources behind those electronic devices, which of course, if they're not being used anymore because someone buys a new computer, who's going to use the old computer? If you buy a new computer, you use the new computer, of course, then. Right. Also companies, when they replace their IT resources, there are a lot of IT resources that are not being used anymore. So he thought about a concept and also taking into consideration that we're living in a world where there's a big digital gap. Mm-hmm. And the digital gap is first world countries, USA, Europe, also in certain areas, also in the Far East, like Japan and so on. They are living with a lot of IT material, but we're talking also about the gap, and the gap is Africa, for example, or also certain parts of South America or the Caribbean, where people don't have access to IT materials. So we're talking about a digital gap.
Okay. And so was this company created here in Switzerland or in Spain?
Well, it's actually not a company. You have to. Where this organization is a grassroots organization. We call it a grassroots organization.
Okay.
A grassroots organization means that everybody can participate in this organization. So we're not a company like for example Apple or Microsoft or whatever technology company. We're an organization in which everybody can participate. That means we need people who donate the laptops. We need people who are willing to volunteer and help us to sanitize the laptops. We need people who bring the laptops to the destination, because all this costs money.
Right.
Logistics costs money.
Right.
A grassroots organization means everybody can participate. And Jordi, he built up this concept, and so here in Switzerland, my partner Frank. He's the president of LabDo.
What is Frank's last name?
Frank Geisler.
Frank Geisler.
Yes. Frank Geisler is the president of LabDo Switzerland, and he was the one who actually established this organization here in Switzerland. And then I came together with him, and we talked about how we can develop LabDo in Switzerland, because it's all about time, it's all about resources.
How did you came about? So you started from the get-go in the organization.
Frank and me, we met up by coincidence. We were on a network event. We figured out that we lived in the same village, and then we figured out that we were just living about 500 meters from each other. And then he talked about LabDo, and then I said, well, that's actually a really interesting concept. And I said, well, do you need any help? And he said, well, we all need help. I need someone to take to help me. And he was actually looking for a premise where we can actually have a headquarter, and then now we started from there, and we're now doing this now since over 5 years together, and we have been built really strong and building up this concept here in Switzerland, and we're actually quite happy on what we managed to achieve.
Right.
We all have to work, and one thing we have to also see is that LabDo is built on voluntary work. It's just only voluntary. There's nobody around that gives us a salary, so it's just all voluntary work. So we need to find time and resources. And the more people we are, the more resources we can actually...
So you all basically donate your time freely to this project.
That's
so
correct,
that
yes.
the kid and your knowledge, because you have to be knowledgeable to do this work, so that the kids around the world can have a computer. What an amazing thing this is.
But we have many countries, really many countries that we deliver. I mean, but the concept is that when someone needs a laptop, it is the organization on site that actually steps up and knocks on our door. So you can go over the internet, you can go on our website, you can go on the registration form, and then you can apply for free laptops by us. It has to be an organization, a school, or some project which supports education, children education. It goes from there. We check the organization because we really want to have everything in order. And after we have 3 green flags, we will then start with 5 laptops. We deliver 5 laptops at the beginning. And then the organization itself has to make sure that the logistics can be established. Because LabDo does never provide logistics. That means from our door here, the laptop has to be organized by the receiver.
So what you are telling me is that LabDo donates the computers. And that an organization, meaning a school, can there be an association?
Yeah.
Has to request the computers through the website to Lab2. Then Lab2 will check this company, make sure that you know who this company is, that there are no fakes, okay? For those one who want to try. And then once you give the computers, then the school or this organization needs to find a way to get these computers. So there has to be logistics, means that somebody has to pay to receive these computers that you donate, because this is absolutely free. You donate your time, your resources to make this happen. And so that if you, our organization or you company, wants to benefit from these laptops, then you need to have behind a way to get these computers. So you need to organize whether you have to import these computers, taxes and everything. About taxes, these donations require that taxes are paid. For example, in Dominican Republic, if you send 20 laptops to the Dominican Republic, the organization that received these laptops, do they need to pay taxes?
Well, usually it depends on the country. Normally, it's we have non-profit organizations which are established here in Switzerland, which have a contact to an organization, a school, or an educational project abroad. So usually there's some connection which collect the laptops, because they're already here in Switzerland, and they have their connections all abroad. So, and the tax issue is, what we can do is we can always provide a statement on a paper, which says that this document states that that the laptops are for educational purpose and are donated free.
Okay, so that way the receiver will not have to deal with the taxes, because it's for a non-profit organization, and we hope that the governments are sensible and do not charge taxes for something that is for the benefit of their children and their schools.
That's up to the responsibility of the receiver. We cannot. The only thing we can provide is a support over a document which states that we donate these laptops for educational projects, and that there's no money involved in this process.
Yeah, and this is good to clarify, because when you're talking about free, people assume that it's totally free, and it is free, but you have to find a way to get these laptops to your headquarters, to your school, to your organization, because Lab2 will not pay for shipping and handling of these computers. You
and
have
import.
to provide, or import, export, you have to provide for that.
Maybe one more input to this. Lab2 also has been thinking about the logistics. There are people which go on business trips from Switzerland to wherever, and sometimes they are willing to take a laptop along, and we call these people do-trippers.
Okay.
Because they are actually willing to take a laptop or two laptops along, and then we actually transport these laptops CO2 neutral from Switzerland to a country abroad.
What is CO2 neutral for the public?
CO2 neutral means that that there are no additional CO2 emissions generated through the transport of a laptop from A to B. That means that as the passenger, the person that is in Switzerland and is traveling anyway, he would travel anyway. So it's a business trip or it's a leisure trip. That means that if he's willing to take a laptop along, there's no additional CO2 emissions generated by that transport.
Okay.
So it means that if someone is going on a holiday from Switzerland to the Dominican Republic, for example, he's willing to take a laptop along, he can take one or two laptops along, and he can then deliver those laptops to the appropriate school on the other side in Dominican Republic. That's possible, which then reduces the costs of the receiving organization or the receiving school. There are no costs involved.
Okay, in that regards, for example, there is a limit of computers that you can take to the Dominican Republic. In this case, if I bring my own laptop and I would like to help the LabDo to bring a couple of computers to a school in the Dominican Republic, so what happens? Do I get a document that says that these computers are donated from this organization to the school, so that when I get there I don't get any issues? Because you know how it happens.
Yeah. Usually, you can explain to an immigration officer that you're having two laptops with you. You can have your own laptop and you can have an additional laptop. That's usually not a problem. If you have 3 laptops, then you will be questioned, definitely. So I recommend that you think about that issue, and I would personally just take 1 laptop along per person if you have already one. If you don't have one, you can take 2. That's more or less the barrier which we recommend. I would never take 3 laptops because you're going to generate questions on the immigration.
Right. Okay. There is something that I would like to clarify. Before I say I use the word company, and that was a mistake because Ronald was explaining that LabDo does not donate to companies. Ronald, can you explain that, please?
Yes, for us, for LabDo, it's really important that our laptops that we sanitize, they are received by educational projects or schools or missions like churches, organizations which don't have any financial resources to buy a laptop and to provide education for children. That's our aim. Mm-hmm. A company, they have financial resources.
They have the money, yes.
They can go and buy a laptop. But our aim is to address organizations which don't have the financial resources to buy IT material and then also in the process provide education to children abroad. Yeah,
okay, very important clarification. One more thing you were talking about, Ronald, and that is that the laptops that that LabDo donates to the schools, these laptops, they have a certain life, no? And when this life ends, when these computers are broken, LabDo can actually replace these computers with functional ones, with new ones. How do that work, Ronald?
Okay, LabDo has also a special concept in regards of recycling, because we really want to take responsibility in regards of the recycling process of a laptop once it reached the end of life cycle. The end of life cycle, it will once be reached. That means either the battery goes completely out. Okay, you can still use the laptop without the battery with a power source adapter. But eventually the laptop will have a technical problem, whatever, which then cannot be solved abroad. So when that happens, and we are really sure that the laptop is cannot be saved anymore, the laptop can either be recycled on site. That means if a country has some kind of recycling processes or recycling resources, the laptop can be brought to that recycling organization, and then in a proper way the device will be dismantled. If that is not possible, and in the most case that's not possible, if we're talking about Africa, Togo, if we're talking about Ghana or Cameroon, these countries, they don't have any recycling process. So what we definitely don't want is that a laptop lands on a normal trash and or is being burned to get out some kind of parts. We don't want that to happen. Because the emission, there's a lot of poison that is being provided by burning a laptop, and that's what we don't want. We want our laptops to be properly recycled. So if that's not possible on site, that a laptop can be recycled properly, the only way how that can happen is it's being returned to us.
Okay.
So that means either there's some kind of a due tripper that returns, for example, from the Dominican Republic. There are many people coming back to Switzerland after their holidays. We can help in organizing that.
Yes, for the ones that just started watching the video, the due tripper is somebody who likes to volunteer, and if he's traveling, this person is traveling from the Dominican Republic to Switzerland or to any other country who has these old laptops, can bring one along here to Switzerland, and then can bring also one back to the school. So for example, I'm coming from the Dominican Republic to Switzerland, and I know that the school that has received previously laptops from a Labdo has a broken computer. I can say, okay, I can take one with me to Labdo, and then when I return to the Dominican Republic, I bring you the new computer, the new sanitized computer to the school, so that way and the school and Labdo can save a lot of time and also money with the logistics.
I mean, it can also work the other way. As you know that you're going to the Dominican Republic and you know that the school has a broken laptop, you can already take the new one along,
right?
And in an exchange, you take the old one back to Switzerland. That can also work that way.
Right. And that way, everybody helps everybody in the process.
As I said, it's a grassroots organization. Everybody can help.
Yes.
And everybody is important in this process.
Absolutely. And the end are the children. And we need to think about the children that cannot have an education. Not everybody has the means or the possibility to access to computers because they are expensive, especially in the poor areas where people hardly can get to a school. This is absolutely important. So everybody, please, whoever is watching this program and can actually help Labdo also by donating their all computers, companies, big corporations, these computers are going to be put to good use here at Labdo. And to those who require computers, also
laptops, only laptops.
Only laptops.
No desktops, only laptops.
Laptops. At the end, I will put on the comments all of the necessary information for you to know exactly how to request these laptops from the official website. You cannot just call and say, give me a computer. Okay, Ruth, I need a computer. No, you have to follow the proper steps to request officially this computer. This is a very serious organization, and they want to make sure that they know who gets these laptops, where these laptops land, which is in the schools and in the hands of the students, right?
That's correct, yes. So there needs to be some responsible organization behind it, who's maintaining, who's organizing, who knows where the laptops are at every point. And at the end, it is really important that our work that we're doing here for Labdo, that this work that we're doing is meant to benefit children who otherwise don't have capabilities of education. And just talking about one single laptop, gives education to 30 children.
Okay.
30 children.
One laptop can give education for 30 children. 30 children.
And what we also have to say is that we have educational software on the laptop, which is on the laptop, educational software on the laptop, which is available offline. That means you don't need an internet connection to have access to this educational software. And the educational software starts from kindergarten to high school. That means it's a certain bandwidth of educational software which children and young students can provide.
This is amazing. Better than these people, I don't think you will find. So anything else we need to cover we need to inform the public about this amazing organization that is here in Suiza that is called LabDo. Where are we here? In which town?
Well, we're here in a little village.
Let's take after I will give you a tour, like I always do, of this amazing town. But Rona will tell you exactly where we are because I am really are knowledgeable about that.
So LabDo Switzerland is close to Zurich. So we're about 15 minutes by car away from the center of Zurich. So, but we're actually 15 minutes away from the center of Zurich is already close, already the land side. So we have a beautiful view here to the mountains. We have a little river here going down. So it's a beautiful landscape. We're
like Switzerland. Switzerland is beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's true. Yeah.
When it's sunny.
Yeah,
I don't like it when it rains here.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
and it can also snow in winter.
When it snows and when it's sunny, it's beautiful. But when it's raining, I hate it. But it also has some beauty to the rain. I just don't like much when it's raining. Ronald, I would like to thank you immensely for this opportunity, for this interview, for what you guys do for the children of the world. It's amazing when people actually think about others and donate their time, their knowledge, and much more to give an opportunity to others to have an education. And this is commendable. And we need to appreciate this type of actions that people take freely, because nobody tells them to do this. They do it freely, and they do it from the heart, and they do it to help others. And this is what we should all do. This is an example to take from all of us who not always have the time to think about others or to give. And giving is good because when you give, you receive. Thank you, Ronald Fleckenstein.
You're welcome. Con mucho gusto.
And Ronald, I will let you say the last words en español to my viewers. They are all excited about this program because I also preview that we were going to do this, and of course everybody has an interest on knowing how to get free computers and free laptops. I keep saying computers, just don't mind me, you guys know me. Free laptops for the schools. Go ahead, Ronald.
I'll just give it a try because as I say, my Spanish is very rusty as I don't have the opportunity to speak it.
It's good.
Pero muchas gracias, Ruth, para ese interview. Es con mucho gusto para todos los niños Dominican Republic. Yo quiero ayudarle. Si usted necesitan laptops de Suiza, pueden hacer la organización pueden hacer la registración de LabDo y vamos a ver si nosotros pueden ayudar. Muchas gracias de Suiza y hasta pronto. Muchas gracias.
For all of you, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do it now. It is only this way that I will continue growing, and it is only through your subscriptions, your likes, when you share my program, that I will be able to continue providing good content, interesting for the community. Your boards.
This is actually, I say, our concept that we have, as the workflow and the concept. Here you can see in this little room here, they're being delivered, then they're being cleaned, they're being labeled. Some of them are being repaired or recycled.
So that's our workflow in this area. And we have, of course, a workflow in the big room over here, where we actually then start cleaning the devices. We prepare them for the sanitation process. In order to set them up, we need to do some work beforehand. One of the important work is for us is that the device is clean, outside and within the keyboards, because that's important. That's an important aspect. That the receiver gets a clean machine.
So you set up the computer to be like brand new.
Well, we sanitize them, so they're actually they're giving a new life, and when the device leaves here. It's actually set up to run at least 2-3 years. That's our aim.
Okay, wonderful.
And after that, which is really important, we really need the responsible organization to say when a device goes broken, it's either being recycled on site, if that's possible. If it's not possible, it has to come back to us. And then they will get in the replacement device.
Okay.
A broken machine has a value. A broken machine will be replaced with a new one. But the only problem is the logistics, getting it over here.
Getting somebody to ship the computers back has a cost.
Absolutely. So that the process of bringing it and returning it and bringing it, that has to be organized. But a broken machine from us is replaced for free. You can see here are the deliveries of all of new laptops. They just arrived 3 days ago. So these laptops are actually, these ones come from a company. It's the company donation. And what we have to do is we have to sort out the cables, and we have to see that power adapters fit to the computers, and we check if they are okay. There's nothing broken on it from outside, and then we sort them up and we put them into boxes. As you can see, like this, we put them into boxes.
So these computers in the boxes are ready?
No, they're not ready. They're actually just only sided. So we know from who donates them, when it was donated, and we know that and they're just actually ready to be processed. So all these computers are actually waiting to go through the process.
Once they're done?
They're not going to be stored here. We put them in the cellar. I will show you the cellar afterwards.
Okay. And once they are set up and ready, they go in the cellar. Yeah. And then they're ready to be donated.
They're ready for mission, yes.
Okay.
But at the moment, these ones, they were freshly delivered, and so someone has to go through it. Some of the devices are actually, we have to recycle them directly because they're just not, they're broken.
Okay.
So in here we have laptops which are actually damaged. They need a repair. We sometimes have people who have the skills to do a repair. So we store them here. And then when we have the right people, they will fix it.
Okay.
So these things here, these are ready for a recycle. This is a device which we couldn't save. I mean, it had a damage inside. So what we do is we take all the parts out, the hard drive, the memory, and whatever, and the battery. Sometimes we take the batteries out. We upgrade our spare parts.
Okay.
But this machine is going to recycling.
And so do you use the spare parts for other computers that you might need?
Exactly. Okay. So that's why we have like...
So nothing is wasted?
No. We try to use all parts. So as you can see here, for example, we have hard drives. Okay. These are all hard drives. And these hard drives are all from machines which we had to throw away. So you can see these parts, these are important spare parts for other devices, and that's how we can, how we don't have to use money to buy spare parts. To buy spare parts. Right. And this here, what is that? So these machines are also waiting for to be processed. Okay. They're just sorted out. We know when they were delivered, who's the donator, and so they're just waiting to be processed. Okay. Yeah. Wonderful. This is a great work. Yeah, I mean it is a lot of work, and we're doing this all voluntarily. Yeah. Doing this on the side of our main work because this is just we cannot do it during the day, so we do it in the evening or in the morning or weekends. Yes. Okay. So, wow, this is a very good service for the community and for the children all over the world Yeah.
who cannot buy a computer.
That's exactly our aim. What we're doing here is voluntarily. We're trying to support children in need all over the world, which don't have an education. But we only consider educational projects, schools, or I say churches or whatever.
Okay.
Has to be an organization behind it.
Okay, so it's not that somebody can come and say, oh, I want a
have
computer.
No computer. I need a computer. That doesn't work. No.
Right.
Not with our concept. No.
Okay, wait. So what's going to happen here then?
So this is our main room, the big room. So here is actually the main happening. We 4 times in a year we make workshops.
Yep.
With people that support us from the community. There are like 15 to 20 people that come and they on a Saturday because they find our idea and the concept very interesting and they want to do something also in the sense of education for children.
Yeah.
So they show up and they help us, and what we do is we organize a workflow, and one of the workflows is the preparation of the computers.
Okay.
This will be here, and you can see we have like cleaning utensils, disinfection material, we have gloves, and we have pads and little brushes to clean the keyboards and so on. And then we have also labels, because every device gets a label. That also shows when the device was donated. It's like an identification. And then we set up this, and then here there's a crew which actually sets up all the laptops, and they prepare them so they can go a step further. So here, this is actually then the main part. Here the operation system is being installed. We don't deliver any laptops with Windows. We deliver laptops with Ubuntu. It's a Linux operating system.
Okay.
Why do we do that?
Lubuntu.
Ubuntu, yes. Ubuntu is Linux.
Yeah.
And Linux is an open source operation system. And why do we do that? We do that because of license issues.
Okay.
Windows, with a Windows 10, you would need a license. And with Microsoft Office 2019 or Office 365, whatever, you would need a license. You have to purchase that. So with the Linux open source software, everything is free.
Wonderful. So will the kids need to use internet?
They can. The Linux operating system is actually very easy to use. It leans actually on a Windows operation system. It looks similar. The feel is similar. And someone who knows how to use a Windows machine will also be able to use a Linux machine.
Perfect.
So that makes it easy for many. What we also do is we have a lot of educational software on the laptop, which is available offline.
Perfect.
Because many schools or educational projects, they don't have internet.
Yes.
So with our laptops that we deliver, you can offline without internet. You can provide education to children. Of course, it has to be guided. It cannot be unguided. Children cannot just open a laptop and know what to do.
Right.
They need a teacher. They need a responsibility person that is taking care of all these things. And usually there is some kind of an IT responsible person in the school, and a teacher that will guide these children and show them how these things are to be used.
Okay, what is the age group that you are targeting?
Well, the educational software is from almost kindergarten until 15 or 16 years old. So we have a bandwidth of educational software on the computer. That's why we want to cover a certain amount of age, you know. So
you're talking about until high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until high school.
So that's and of course the laptop is open. I mean, if you would have internet, you could go and you could download anything you need. So we're not putting any barriers to the laptop.
That's up to the parents or the school.
It's up to the school. The school can decide, okay, we need this. So if they have the capability of downloading it, they can go ahead and download it, whatever they need.
Okay. So it's quite easy.
Yeah.
And accessible.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great opportunity.
So here you can see our hardware. We have a server. We call it's a PXE server, where we download the image from the server to the laptop over the switch to the cables. So these, if a laptop has a LAN interface, we can download the image from the server to the computer.
Okay.
Now that we always receive more and more laptops which don't have a LAN interface, which only have a USB interface. So we have to adapt to this, and we developed USB sticks also, which do exactly the same job.
Okay,
So
and then
we don't need a server anymore. We can just use it with a USB stick.
Okay,
We
and
have 6 working stations.
okay.
Four to install the laptops. And then what we usually do, we have like 4 to 5 laptops here, and then we connect these simultaneously, and then we download the image and we install the laptops simultaneously. There's like 16 laptops on this table here.
Okay.
So, and what another thing is really important that I want to mention here is that we are I say committed to be transparent. So what we really want to do is, and we want to secure, is that the donator that gives us a laptop and he wants to know where his laptop lands, that he can leave behind his email address, and he will eventually figure out where his laptop goes.
Okay.
So a Swiss person can say, I want to know where my laptop goes, and then he will figure out, okay, the laptop has arrived in Ghana or
The
Togo
Dominican
or
Republic,
wherever.
in Puerto
So
Rico.
in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, or wherever, and then he will have like a good feeling because he knows, oh, my laptop is being used in Dominican Republic, in Santo Domingo, or wherever.
Perfect. Okay, now we are going to see where are the laptops that are already
Ready for mission.
ready to go storage.
So
And Ronald is taking us here.
we definitely want to have a separation of laptops which are not processed and laptops which are ready for the mission. So
Wow.
here's our storage
Oh, wow.
for laptops which are ready to go to a mission. And we have here about more or less about 150 laptops which we are ready to display. But we also have a waiting line.
Waiting list.
A waiting list, yeah. We have a waiting list. Several companies or organizations which have contacts to educational projects, and they applied by us. So we're just taking one by one, and first come.
But there's
first.
150 laptops here ready for children
Yes.
to get around the world.
That's true. But we're going to have to process them, and the thing is also that one of the big issue is logistics. People
Right.
they apply for laptops with us, but then they cannot provide their logistics, and we just say as long as you cannot provide the logistics, these laptops are going to stay here.
Right, because you guys are not going to pay for it,
no.
for that.
So
Okay.
So but we have
Wow.
around 150 laptops here waiting for. They went through the process, and yeah. So
So can I ask you what type of laptops do you have here? Like all kinds.
all kinds. This is HP. It's Dell. It's Fuji Siemens. It's you name it. Whatever comes up. It's
And
just,
you give what you have. It's not like
Yeah.
somebody's gonna say, like some organizations are gonna say, "Oh, we need Apple, we need this."
No. Apple, by the way, is a special issue because Apple has a protection which we cannot consider. The
Okay.
protection of Apple is too high to have it go through our process. So we sort Apples out.
Okay.
We don't use Apples. No.
Okay.
But the laptops is not. You cannot choose like and say I want to have this one or I want that one.
It's what you have, what you
What we
have.
do is we sort of we try to anticipate. For example, if it's a big school, we sort of think, okay, maybe it makes sense that we disponate similar or same laptop types
Right,
for a school, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But sometimes we don't have these capabilities, and then we just display what we have, you know. So
Wow.
yeah, so.
Let me take a close up here. So these are all laptops that are free to give people. Look.
Yeah, all laptops which are free.
Look how many. So start getting ready with your applications. I will give you guys the forms. It will be at the end on the comments on this video. So you guys can apply, and of course you have to go to the process. Look how many computers, how many schools and children can benefit from that, Ronald.
As
This
I
is
said,
amazing.
One laptop is good for 30 children's education.
Yeah,
One laptop.
one laptop.
Can you imagine what good we can do for this?
150 laptops.
We have a 100, so you can calculate 150 times 30. But this is the potential of education that we can support within children.
Wow, incredible, amazing,
Yeah.
really amazing. So, okay, so then...
So that's it, and like I said, only the best.
Thank you, Ronald. Thank you
welcome.
very much. Thank you, people. We have to say thank you to organizations like this because they are really making a difference. Thank you, Ronald.
You're welcome.
So, what is this? I saw that in the video that you guys made.
Yeah, this was our dancing video, right? This is our recycle bin because
Wow.
we need to have a place where we can dispose electronical elements.
Hold on, I'm gonna cut your head because I need to see what's inside here.
Here, Apple.
Oh, yeah,
you can
yes.
see laptops. We have screens. We have all kinds of electronical parts. This all stuff which is in here is being properly recycled. We
And
take
then-
all the parts out, and whatever we cannot use, we put in here. And this is being delivered to a proper recycle organization, which takes all these things apart and uses actually the components in it. A recycle organization does one thing. They actually put this into a shredder. Into a shredder, and it's being dismantled into small little pieces. And what it does actually, it takes metal to metal. It puts all kind of the diverse elements which are inside are being separated, and then you can use the
They
resources.
will recycle like the plastic and
Yes,
aluminum
yeah,
and...
exactly. It's being completely dismantled,
Yeah.
shredded, and then metal goes to metal, and plastic goes to plastic, and so then the resources can be used in another way.
Okay, because we live also in a country where everything is recycled.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
That's
everything.
also a good thing to
Yes.
do because we can use the metal again, so-
Right, okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
So let me show again the people. Look how many computers here are going to be recycled. Laptops, no computers. So Ronald, I'm just curious. The name of lab2, where it come from? Lab2, lab is laboratory, but do?
Well, lab can also come from laptop. Laptop.
yeah.
Okay? But we're actually making a kind of a game with wordings. Lab2 means laboratory for education. Edu, you can see do.
Yeah.
Education. So laptop, education, lab2.
Okay, and that's why the person that can bring a laptop with them to any place or bring it back is
It's a do tripper. So we have here the do tripper is a do tripper. So that's why it's all kind of a game with wordings. So
I like that.
It's also just to have
Yes.
play a little around with wordings. Yeah.
Yeah, these are all the children who already received laptops.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Thailand. This
Yeah.
is Nepal.
Okay.
This is Togo,
Wow.
and this is India.
Oh wow. So look how many children are studying with these beautiful laptops. That's very nice.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Thank you very much for all you do for the children and their education.
Con mucho gusto.
This is very nice.